Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single.
Here's the drive to left. That one is long gone.
Welcome to the Long Gone Podcast. It's me, Michael, and with me as always, S-Man.
What up?
Steve Ford.
How's it going, man?
It's going better than the Mets.
Yeah, that team fucking blows, man. I got the second highest payroll in baseball and the worst record in baseball. So, well, there you go.
Almost
Team
fitting.
sucks. Yeah. I'm
Almost
just picturing Pete Alonso in Baltimore just eating some popcorn, saying, "You missed me now, bitch."
Could it be the reason that they suck is because they're missing their general, their guy?
They're the
heart?
base of the franchise. Yeah, their heart. Yeah, I mean, definitely could be it. I mean, they're on what, a 11-game losing streak.
Oof. Yeah, dude, it's
in counting.
So bad right now.
I think their confidence is shot at this point. So it's no one's performing well.
Mm-hmm.
Lindor, sucking. Soto, is he injured? Is he back from injury? Is he just farting around? I lost track at this point, but it's pathetic.
I think it starts with Carlos Mendoza, their manager.
Yep.
I thought it was a mid-tier hire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love the signing, right? And you and I marked that as kind of like, yeah, it was kind of a whatever, kind of an Oliver Marmoyle from the Cardinals kind of signing. And it starts with him. And this was a classic case because I got to give it to their owner. Their owner wants to win, right?
So he wants to win bad. Yeah.
Bad. And you definitely want to see that as a manager. But one thing that Sparky Anderson always applauded and kind of built his teams around were chemistry, and you can't take chemistry away from baseball. At the end of the day, a team has to have chemistry to win, and that has been the decades old saying, and that you got to have chemistry to win, and this team has no chemistry.
No chemistry
stars,
at all.
no
got stars, yep, but we've seen that just because you have stars and you have a great team on paper doesn't mean that when they get on the field and play together, it's going to, all work out and be sunshine and lollipops. I mean, I'm looking at Bo Bichette's numbers here. He's got a negative .4 WAR.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
217 average, 1 home run, and 9 RBIs. Money well spent on that one, right? I bet if I'm Toronto, I'm like, I dodged a bullet on that thing, right?
Well, he's historically always been a slow starter, and I'm sure what we're seeing.
It's almost May.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure what we're seeing right now, I don't foresee the Mets being this bad. I think they will be at least middle of the pack because even the Phillies suck. I mean, the Phillies are pretty bad. The Mets are bad, but they actually have, on paper, good rosters. So, I mean, it definitely comes to chemistry. I think I mentioned early shows ago about Rob Thompson. This is like a make or break year for him because he's the next sacrificial lamb to go with Dave Dombrowski in Philly.
Yep.
And with the Mets,
with the deck chairs. All right.
But with the Mets, you have no excuses because you paid Juan Soto almost $1 billion, right? You decided to bring in Lou Bob, thinking, okay, we'll grab him from the White Sox. He just needs a fresh start. We got Francisco Lindor. We're going to pay Bo Bichette a bunch of money. We're going to let Pete Alonso walk because we didn't want to pay him, which made no fucking sense.
No.
And here you are, last place, probably the worst team in baseball, in my opinion, right now. And I'm not saying Pete Alonso is having this killer year. I mean, the dude's batting a whopping 198 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs, but he's just trying to find his footing too. But the Mets they look like dog shit. And I think what's worse, I think, is their pitching. I just can't stand their pitching.
Is definitely pathetic. Kodai Senga, going on WAR here. The guy's 0-3 with an ERA of almost 9. What happened to this guy, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nolan McLean, he's doing all right. He's 1-1 with a ERA of 2.28, and
he's like their bright spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, outside of Huskar, Brazaban or whatever, he at least has he's at least put some shutdown innings in 9 1/3. He at least has an ERA of 0, but still, it's top to bottom. The offense sucks. The pitching sucks. I'm looking at their bench. Their bench sucks.
They suck. They all suck.
They all suck.
They all, from the bench to the fucking bat boy, they all suck.
They all of them suck. I bet the New York media is just having a field day on these guys here, calling them everything in the book.
Well, they've had rough times with their prospects. I mean, Nolan McLean has been really good for the most part, but you look at it like Francisco Alvarez was supposed to be the next transcendent catcher. Never really happened.
Yeah.
He's been an okay catcher, but hasn't been great. Remember Brett Batty? I mean, they thought the next Wade Boggs in the making, Brett Batty.
Oh, yeah? Wait. Let's look up some Brett Batty stats for so far this year. All right.
Does he have any?
Well, he has a negative .3 WAR, and he a batting average of 200, and he has yet to hit a home run yet this year.
Yeah, and he's not even a starter anymore.
No, he's not.
And then top prospect Carson Benj. I mean, they rushed him up because they just needed to fill out, their team. But I don't know. Like I said, you look at this roster on paper, it doesn't look bad.
No.
But then together, it's like they don't know how to play ball together.
Nope. And
that's a problem.
It comes down to chemistry. I swear, if you have a someone in there still like a Pete Alonso that you can build around, who can be that calming force on your team. It makes a big difference. And they don't have that. They just have a bunch of players who individually, they're probably pretty good, but as a team, they fucking blow.
Yeah, and that's where Francisco Lindor and some of the leaders of the team are going to have to step up and be like, we got to do something different, guys. I mean, Lindor has to be the leader of the team now. And
for sure.
I think the Mets have a pretty easy schedule coming up. I mean, Twins, Rockies, Nationals, Angels. I mean, these are winnable
get back into it.
Games coming up. But with Soto being injured, that's going to be tough. The pitching's it can't be just Norman McLean the whole time. I mean, Kodai Senga, I have him on my fantasy team, which I thought I dropped him. I looked yesterday. I'm like, I need to, I'm looking at my team. I'm like, I thought I dropped this guy. It's coming.
It's coming.
But remember, he was like their ace a year ago or two, so.
Yeah, he was. That just reminds me of when you had Verlander for that one start or whatever, and mid-game when he was getting lit up. All of a sudden I get the ding on my phone. Taco Bell shits has dropped Justin Verlander. I was like,
the same game they were playing.
Yeah, that 3-run home run must have did it. All right.
That was it. I'm like, I've seen enough.
We had nostalgia for like an inning, and we're like, now it's back to reality. This guy blows.
Speaking of Justin Verlander, I was watching this YouTube channel. It's about architecture, and him and his Kate Upton, his wife. They took I guess they live in New York, and one of the many places, and they had this YouTube channel. The people come in and check out their home, and it's like, it was funny because she decorated it and made it like, and you could tell Justin Verlander's like, yeah, it's really cool, but it's like, try to convince us. Like, he's totally lying to himself. And he's wearing like a sweater. He looks like totally.
He looks like Mr. Rogers.
He just doesn't look like an athlete. You know what I mean?
But he's probably just preparing for life after baseball, which will most likely be after this year. Him and Kate can go host some HGTV shows or something, do some home renovations together.
Yeah, I can see Verlander doing that, getting into announcing or something, because right now it's.
Well, yeah. I mean, what was the update from AJ Hinch? What did he say? He's not doing any worse. It's not doing any better. you know?
When you get a hip issue, that's an old man issue. That's an old person issue.
And you're in your almost mid-40s and you're having hip
which
issues.
Is crazy.
It's like writing's on the wall there, buddy. It's game over.
I've never heard of people had hip issues until they get at least 60 or 50 years old. 50
and the funny thing is, Tigers had 2 of them now. Remember, Alex Cobb didn't even take the field last year, at least in the big leagues, because of his hip issue.
It must be just fucking hard over there or something.
Yeah, must be something in the water over there in Detroit. Some hip issues. Jiminy Christmas.
Teaching them how to fucking clap those cheeks.
Exactly. Speaking of clapping cheeks all the way to the bank, right?
Yeah, they ain't broke. I mean, shit, they getting something out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Staying in Detroit, real quick, I wanted to get your thoughts on McGonagall's early payday. What did you think about it?
I'm all for it, man. And this is the future of baseball. I think in
Hell yeah.
regards to it's been done in the past. Braves did it with Acuna. The White Sox, I think, did it with Lou Bob until he's gone. And it's you see some spark out of these kids, and the Tigers realize they don't want to have another Scooble on their hands here, where you wait till the last possible minute, and they're like, all right, we're gonna lock them up early, and I'm all for it. I mean, the guy is probably tops of the charts near for odds-on favorites for Rookie of the Year. He's tearing it up, and lock him in. I think it's 8 years, under $50 million.
Yes,
and that's a really good investment for a guy that I think can be an all-star for years to come.
Right, and by the time his next contract comes up, he'll be nearing 30 years old, which is great. It's even Marla loves it. Marla
loves the signing too. Yep, big fan of it. Yep,
big fan of Kevin McGonigal over here. You ever a little McGonigal T-shirt? No. I like you just said, it is the future of baseball. You and I have talked about this a lot, where you get top prospects who show that they can play more than just minor league baseball. I mean, expect the White Sox, they probably want Lou Bub's money back, but
they ask for him to pay it back on his way out. Like his car's in the parking garage and he's going to go pay the teller, and it's like Jerry Reinsdorf sitting there is like, you stole money from us, give it back.
Sitting on his car.
Sitting on his car waiting for him.
Just farting on it.
You and Eloy Jimenez, you robbed us blind.
Yeah, you robbed us blind.
Oh God, Tony La Russa's sleeping in the back seat.
Oh yeah, they still have to wake that dude up.
Oh God!
But it's the way you do. You pay players now early. It's a backdoor way for teams who aren't the Dodgers to pay their players. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. got paid early. A lot of these guys get paid early with the expectation that they'll be amazing. And so far, I mean, it's been pretty good for.
I was gonna say, so far it's worked out, with the exception of Lou Bob.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys get paid, and you're like, all right, here we go. Some of them took off. Lou Bob, not so much, but
Colt Keith, not so much till finally this year he's starting to put together.
Yeah,
it's another one that we the Tigers locked up early as Colt Keith for a while.
I know he found his clutch gene. He can hit in the clutch. Remember the other night that game where it was like 2 outs to go.
Green tied it up, and then Keith brought it home. Yeah.
So I got chills watching that game also. And they hit it in the same spots, which was cool, down the left right field line.
Right field line there, yeah. Yep.
But it's cool. It's cool to see the signing youth early pays off. I love it because it's a way for teams that don't want to spend much spend. I mean, we just talked about Connor Griffin getting paid last week. So
yep.
I mean, with you just hope those work out. And if they don't, you're not in. I mean, 150 mil. I mean, if it's 150 guaranteed, which most baseball contracts are, then you're out 150 million. But it's actually a small price to pay considering what you could lose.
I was going to say, when if he gets up to superstar status, you're talking like $500 million in the contract. So you're saving big bucks here. So
because if say McGonigal turns out who we hope he turns out to be. I mean, that's a small 18. I think that comes out to almost 18 million a year. Is a small price to pay compared to what you could pay him with paying like 50 to 60 million a year. So I get it. I love it.
Or you have a Scooble on your hands here, where he gets Scott Boras as agent or something. And tries to hold out for big bucks, and the Tigers get screwed again. So
I've never seen. And that's definitely a future show where we just talk about the crazy, which we're going to talk about Scooble here in the next thing we're going to talk about in a little bit. But that's a crazy thing too, because think about it. If Scooble has a shitty year, he loses money.
Oh yeah.
And if the Tigers decide to trade him, then the Tigers look like fucking geniuses. Scott Harris will look like a genius. But if Scooble is amazing and the Tigers fall short of the World Series, not winning it, not even going to it, then Scott Harris looks like a fucking moron.
Yep. So he's going to go off and get paid, and the Tigers are left with nothing.
There's no middle ground there. It's either good or bad. Like,
although speaking of, we talked about compensatory picks. I think they do get a compensatory pick if he goes and signs a contract elsewhere. So
And I love
Maybe
that
they can
baseball
turn that
builds
into
that
another
in.
McGonagall, so who knows? You know?
Yeah, which I love that baseball builds that in because that's the way it should be.
Then you're not totally screwed. You at least still get a late first round draft pick technically. So
Yeah, which in baseball, it's good. It's good to have. I definitely think it's a deep draft coming this year. I like it. So, and real quick, just to round out our headlines, man, another piece of our childhood gone. Garrett
I can't believe that
passes away. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. I was shocked when I saw the notification come on my phone that he passed away, and
Dude,
it's like, this is a guy I remember watching when I was growing up as a kid. I mean, started his career at the Angels there in 94, played 14 seasons there with the Angels, almost all of his career except for the last 2 years. I mean, a 3-time All-Star, World Series champion, Silver Slugger Award winner, part of the Angels Hall of Fame. Just a staple, big staple on that 2002 World Series team. So,
huge. Probably the top 3 guy on that team.
Yeah, 53 years old.
Insane. And he was just a really good hitter in the early 2000s, like a guy that will get you over 100 RBIs, hit 20-plus home runs.
Nope.
Not flashy.
He still holds the Angels franchise records in career games played, at-bats, hits, runs scored, RBIs, total bases, extra base hits, singles, doubles, grand slams, and RBI. He had 10 RBIs in a single game, and 12 consecutive games with at least an RBI, as well as home runs by a left-handed hitter. And where are you at now, Mike Trout? Sorry.
And he's the only Angel that has been through the Angels when they changed names 3 times, from the California Angels.
I'm looking at that right now. I was like, it's like, Jesus, he's on 3 different versions of the Angels.
You can imagine, it's like, wait, we're moving? No,
we're not.
We're going to be the Angels still.
Yeah, we're still the Angels. We're just going from California to Anaheim to Los Angeles, up Anaheim.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
when you think about the Angels too, doesn't Los Angeles stand for the Angels?
Yes.
So they're the Angels. The
Los
Angels.
They're they're the Angels.
What?
That's why they should have stuck with California or Anaheim.
California would have been perfect, because Anaheim you'd have to move up, stay up in the upper.
Yep.
But man, California would have been it.
Yeah. Should have stuck with California and just kept it that way, not the Angels.
This is a sidetrack. Sorry, Garrett Anderson, but remember Angels in the Outfield?
I do. Great movie.
So I was watching this TikTok about the Angels in the outfield, and remember when the kid's dad leaves him? He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna go to a foster care home," and it was this TikTok channel where the guys, they just basically review movies or talk about movies, and anyways, they're like, one of the comments they made was like, "Man, 90s dads, they sure knew how to treat their kids like shit," And the deal in that movie was, remember, because he's like, "Dad, if the Angels win the World Series, then can I come and live with you?" He goes, "If the Angels win the World Series, you can come live with me."
Yeah, basically saying, fat chance, it ain't happening. F you, kid.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god.
90s dads were the worst.
Yeah. Talk about a POS.
But hey, Garrett Anderson.
Garrett Anderson, rest in peace. Anyway.
Yeah, it sucks. 17-year career.
Yep.
One of the best Angels to ever do it. And I seen on Twitter a lot of his ex-teammates, just pouring in. Even Mike Trout was, because, he was there. He wasn't there when Mike Trout was there, but, Mike Trout was a minor leaguer coming up, right? So I'm sure he knew of Garrett Anderson.
Right, and Garrett Anderson was such a staple for that franchise. Even going around the ballpark, it was probably, seeing Garrett Anderson all over the place, similar to just a sidetrack back to the Tigers. Verlander in his opening press conference was talking about how Tarek Skubal gave him a tour of Lakeland, and he's showing him the facilities, and there were these murals and stuff, and Skubal was like, "Oh, look, there's you." I'm like the murals of like the Tiger greats. "Oh, look, there's you. Oh, there's you again."
That would be such a cool fucking feeling,
right? Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking awesome. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like you said, Garrett Anderson staple in that 2002 World Series, and Yeah, it
And
just
All-Star
sucks.
Game
Another piece of our childhood.
MVP, 2003
Yeah.
All-Star Game MVP. Forgot to mention that.
Everybody just really liked him. I mean, just a really good. It's just sad. I don't know how he passed away. Do you know how he passed away? I don't know.
No,
How he
I was
passed.
looking on Wiki. Well, actually, do we want to do breaking news? Because MSN just actually released it a half hour ago.
Oh, what do they say?
No, let me pull it up here.
God, you're gonna make the show turn dark if you say suicide.
No, it's not suicide. It's pancreatitis.
Ah,
Yep.
shit.
That sucks. Yeah, it was a
it's a bummer, man.
acute necrotizing pancreatitis. So,
Damn. Well, rest in peace, buddy. I mean, yeah, definitely. Probably will talk about him in future shows. I'm sure with him. You know, we're always talking history, but just a bummer.
Yep.
Another piece of childhood gone.
agreed. That sucks.
But before we continue on, we have a pretty cool game we're playing this week that we did last year. But in the meantime, what do you say we hear a word from our sponsor?
Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned card enthusiast, the Penny Sleever is your one-stop shop for all your card protection needs. They carry everything from classic regular sleeves and versatile top loaders in multiple thicknesses, 35-point, 55-point, 75-point, 100-point, and beyond, to premium magnetic card holders and specially graded card sleeves perfect for PSA and SGC slabs. Need resealable bags, team bags, vintage sleeves, or colored top loaders? They have over 71 products in stock, all priced to help you build and protect your collection without breaking the bank. And now they're offering an exclusive promotion just for you. First-time buyers can get 10% off their entire order with promo code LONGGONE. Just visit thepennysleever.com and use that code at checkout. Don't let your valuable cards go unprotected. Shop the Penny Sleever today and see why collectors trust them with their most prized possessions. The Penny Sleever. Premium protection, penny pinching prices.
Wait, what's that you have there, Mike? Is that a silicone one of those bumpers from Penny Sleever?
No, Mr. Penny Sleever.
I like it. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, man.
Penny Sleever, man. Yeah, they're lots of good stuff. Lots of high quality product. We're getting into summertime. Products gonna be coming out. We'll be talking on Hobby Huddle here with Nick from Market Movers. He'll be talking about the latest releases coming up from Bowman, and you're gonna want those cards protected. And Penny Sleever's gonna be able to do that for you. They got the good stuff at affordable shipping. Anything between $0 and $59. It's a flat rate of $7. Anything more than $59 gets you shipping for free. So check them out. They got a wide variety of stuff, and love the people. Very, very personable. Very, very good people to work with. So you're in good hands there, Penny Sleever.
Yep, just like a condom, it's the gift that keeps giving.
That's right. These unlike condoms, these aren't going to break on you, though. All right.
These are going to break. They're long lasting.
They're long lasting. All right. Protect your products with Penny Sleever.
Protect them with penny pinching prices.
I'm gonna put that on a hat too. I think I'm just gonna.
I fucking love it, dude.
That.
I think that's something you came up with.
It is, yeah. In my little ad read
prices.
A little alliteration right there for you. I'm a man of the people. I aim to please. Right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of big. Steve was just saying this time of year. Yeah, he's right, because there's a lot of big shows. You have your Del Mar. It's a huge show out in California coming up. Dallas shows are coming up. A lot of big card shows coming up, and obviously I know Isaac at Penny Sleever. I think he's going to be hitting the East Coast shows. He does that a lot. So, be sure to check him out if you're on the East Coast on any of those shows, and check their site too, and his plug in his social media as well. He'll let you know where he's at. But I mean, it's really quality prices. We might have him on one day to talk about it, but in the meantime, get your Penny Sleever.
Yeah, get your Penny Sleever. Check them out. Good people.
Absolutely.
Well,
so this week, Steve, we're gonna play a little game here, and I want you just give me your three off the top. Give me your three guys that should be traded this year, or most likely are on the trading block. And what would a trade look like? You don't have to get into specifics. Like, I know we do that in in a future, other shows we've done that.
GM for a day stuff, yeah.
Exactly.
More just hypothetical stuff.
Hypothetical, like what would you look for? Say, we're gonna trade he's not on any of our lists, but Kyle Schwarber. Well, they would
Totally.
look something like
Fuck
this.
that guy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck the Phillies.
Fuck
No,
the
but seriously,
Phillies.
Your top three, starting with your number 3, going down to 1. Who is most likely to be traded, and what are the returns looking like?
Well, I'm gonna go with a low-hanging fruit and go with a guy that was on the trade talks last year and will most likely be on the trade talks this year. I think it's Jarren Duran. The guy's not off to a blistering start. I'm going to say that he's only hitting 164 with a home run and 10 RBIs, but he's only 20, 29, going to be 30. He's got the potential to be really good, and he has been at times. So I think he's definitely on people's radar. When it comes time with Boston, Boston's been sputtering. In this AL East, they're under 500.
Crazy.
So if it comes time for them to just kind of retool, I think he could be that guy. And returns, I'd have them looking for infield help, either through prospects or ready-made talent. They got to make up for Bregman. I think the loss of Bregman's still showing there, and other players in their infield, Roman Anthony, others like that, they just haven't been producing. So they definitely, I think, if they're going to trade a player like Duran, they're going to want some infield help in return. Number 2 for me. Hey, look at this. The Angels are already ready to start doing some trading, right? It's not even May, and the Angels are already calling it a day. If I was the player from the Angels, I'd go with would be Jorge Soler. He's off to a really really good start to their season. One of the few bright spots, and he can put up a good fight too. Didn't he just get suspended recently for that?
He
did.
That
brawl. So
Walt Weiss had to tackle him.
Yeah, not saying that's a main reason why you trade for a guy, but he's having a solid year here in the Angels of Angels, right there, Los Angeles Angels, and I think for someone like Soler, if I was the Angels, I'd be looking to get prospects back as you're continuing to retool. I feel like this team's just been in rebuild since 2002. We talked about Garrett Anderson earlier, and last time they won that World Series was 2002, and Mike Trout's only sniffed the playoffs one time in his career, so it seems like they're always retooling. So for a return like Soler, I'd look at some prospects. Obviously, it's not going to be top level prospects because Jorge Soler is not a superstar player, but just try and get some prospects back in return to help bolster their farm system that always just seems to be lacking. And then first for me is I'm going to go with a guy who's off to a really good start, and that's Sandy Alcantara. I mean, the Tigers lit him up like a Christmas tree, but he's gone back and shown form of the glimpses of the Cy Young Award winner that we saw from years past. The the Marlins are hovering right around 500. They're 5 games out of first right now, so they're on the cusp of potentially being a contender, but Alcantara was on the block, I believe, last year, and but I think now that he's been improving, he's going to be on the block again this year. And I think if I'm the Marlins, I'm right at the cusp of doing something good. I'd look for some major league level prospects, guys that are pretty close to major league ready. You don't want any more projects because you're looking to hopefully compete in the next couple of years. So I'd want some major league ready talent, if not players that are already in the big leagues in a return. And his contract's still very team friendly. I think he's got a pretty good smaller option for this next season. So it's very, very much budget friendly, and you can get a quality arm. And then the Marlins can hopefully have major league ready talent to get back in return. So those are 3 players that I'm looking at potentially as we're getting close to May that could be on the trading block come the end of July.
Yeah, I think it's time for Miami and Alcantara to part ways. This is the only time to trade him because he's only getting older.
Yep, exactly.
He's such an up and down guy.
Yeah, he really is, dude. Yeah.
First off, for me, Steve, I went with Alec Baum from Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, that was one I was thinking about too. Yeah.
Very cold player. I mean, he's not having a great year, but hey, come and get him for a trade.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think he needs a new situation. It's crazy to think he's already 29 years old. I remember when he was a hot rookie coming in, but he never quite hit that upper echelon. I mean, his best year, in my opinion, was 23 and 24, 2023, 2024, where he had nearly 100 RBIs. He, hit 20 home runs. But I don't know. He just never returned to form after that. And there wasn't like a bad injury in there that made him become this way. It's just that's what he is.
But I blame his parents.
I blame his parents and his hot girlfriend.
Yep.
His beautiful girlfriend.
Mhm.
Yeah, I blame his parents for stealing from him. That was probably
Yep,
a big
yep.
problem. But I think it's time for him and Philly to part. Kind of like what Philly did with Castellanos. It's just they needed just a new scene. And I think Alec Baum could benefit from that. I think, going to a team that needs names like the Rockies would benefit Alec Baum, because from there you could kind of do what a Mickey Moniak kind of did, was just take off on your own without having to compete with, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and some of these bigger names. And I think Alec Baum could come to a team that really could use his services at this point in his career, go to a Twins, something like that. And because we know the talent's there. It's just, where is it? Where So he kind of needs kind of like a Brent Rooker kind of reset. This one is impossible. This will never happen. But for Alec Baum, I think a top 15 prospect is probably overkill. I think you can get 2 top 20 prospects and be just fine. Number 2 is kind of a reach here, but I went with Corey Seager, which would be just a salary dump for Texas.
Yeah,
the problem
for
is
sure.
he's in the middle of a 10-year, $325 million contract, which dude, I mean, he signed it.
Ain't getting out from under that one. Yeah, it's
He
the
ain't
same.
getting out. He signed it about 4 years ago, and that's hard. I'm not really sure of the options on it. It's just, I know he has a no trade clause in there, and his teams that he came out with are 8 teams that he is okay to pay with. The contract is front loaded, so with roughly I see $140 million paid in the first 4 years. So the brunt of that contract is being paid already. The last part of that might be doable, right? It's just a big contract, and I think Texas wants to reset eventually. I mean, they made that right with Marcus Semien and some of the guys they got rid of. I think that was indicating to people like, we're trying to reset this franchise.
Definitely
get back
more
to what we
prospect
were
heavy now.
Right. I mean, and they kind of bought the World Series.
They did,
right, a couple years back. So now they're kind of in this like, okay, what are we gonna do? And as much as I like Corey Seager, injury-prone guy, which we talked about, frustrating. But if you do a salary dump on a team that's willing to take on some of that contract, again, it'd have to be a team that's looking for names that doesn't want to add money, right? I mean, the Padres, those teams know, the Giants know. I mean, you're looking for lower market guys that would take a Chris Bryant type contract like the Rockies did. So you're kind of looking at that. So a one top 10 prospect and one mid-tier MLB player I think would be just fine. I don't see it happening, but like I said, I think it's the only way that Texas can truly reset. Last but not least, I saved the best for last. Low-hanging fruit for me, my low-hanging fruit, number 1 is Tarek Skubal.
Yep.
2 top 10 prospects and an MLB ready second to first tier type of player.
Agreed.
That's the going rate right now. Steve and I talked. I don't know, like we said earlier, it's going to be really interesting to see how the Tigers do this season, because Skubal needs him and the Tigers to do very well to get the kind of money he wants. If they don't get it, then then Scott Harris is going to look like a genius, and you know what I mean? And it's going to look crazy, because I feel like Scott Harris would love Skubal to do good, because then the team could go to World Series. But I feel like Scott Harris doesn't want Skubal to do good, because he wants him to be kind of mid, right?
Because then that makes Scott Harris look like the smartest man in the room, which is what he likes to be.
Exactly. And then
I told you this is why I didn't pay him.
And if he peddles him at the trade deadline, he could get still a pretty decent return for him. Which, Steve and I, like I said, in a future show, we'll kind of get into the logistics of this Tarek Skubal thing. But, Skubal's almost going to be 30 years old by the time he sees any bit of that new contract money. So that's hard. That's really tough for a pitcher. But I really think to get him, you got to come to the table with at least 2 top 10 prospects. I heard the Tigers wanted like 2 top 3 prospects out of most teams.
Year.
I mean, like they wanted a king's ransom,
like during the off season when they're
during the off season,
okay.
And teams were like, "No fucking way!" I think the closest was the Dodgers. Dodgers were like, even the Dodgers are like, "That's too rich for our blood." We're like, dude, you guys fucking
the Dodgers.
Yeah, like what?
That's funny.
Even Dombrowski was like, huh,
no. I'm good. I'm good, bro.
So-
All right.
So Tarek Scuba, bro, all the way. Those are 3 that I feel like we should be looking out for this season.
Well, keep an eye out. It's never too early to start talking trades. We're a little over 3 months away from the trade deadline, so yeah, definitely keep these guys on the radar. And well, with that, shall we head on over to the Fantasy Factory?
Let's do it.
All right.
In Fantasy Factory, Mark Pennington from Morgantown, West Virginia, which I believe is a college town. I had this one sitting in my DM for a little bit, and he asks, who is one injury-prone player that fantasy teams should cut bait with that will always give them problems, and who is one player coming back from the IL this season that teams should be patient with?
I'm just going to go with the one player that people should cut bait with, and I need to do it because he's on my team, is Royce Lewis. That guy can't seem to stay healthy to save his life. When he's out there and actually playing, he's a decent ball player, but the guy sneezes and he fucking gets injured. I think he's dealing with some sort of a leg strain or something right now. He's on the IL, and it seems like at least multiple times during the year you look and he's back on the IL, and his numbers look good when he actually fucking plays. But when he's not, most of the time though he's not playing. So that's one player I'd say is injury prone that you should cut bait with, and coming back, being patient, because I'm going to go with a guy. He's not necessarily come back right now, but this guy gets injured a lot. We talked about him a bit. Michael talked about him earlier, and that's Corey Seager, because when he plays, he's a fucking superstar.
He's amazing.
You just got to be patient with him. But there's going to be those few times during the season where he's going to land on the IL. Turn his neck the wrong way, or run for a ground ball or something and fuck something up. But that'd be one player, not necessarily injured right now, but if he does get injured, just be patient with him, because when he's out there, he's a really, really good player and worth the money that he did get paid when he plays.
I think you need to look out for Garrett Cole coming back from
Garrett
the IL.
Cole, that's a good one. Yep.
He's in the past when he's gotten injured, he comes right in and he pitches really well. There's guys like that. Guy Garrett Cole, Hunter Green. He's not going to be out for the entire 2026. It seems
true.
he might be a July guy. It's kind of a do or die for him, I'd say. But
what about it? Maybe Edwin Diaz. He's going to be out for till mid-season here. He's coming.
That was shocking.
Has the elbow issue there. Loose particles or whatever in his elbow. So that'd be another person to be patient with, because when he's out there and he's on his stuff, he's got a lights out pitcher. So we'll talk about him a little bit. Keep an eye on the Dodgers bullpen and who's going to start closing for them in his absence. Might be someone to go sneak off the waiver wire, but that's later on the show. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So thanks for the question, Mark.
Yeah, great question. Then keep them coming.
Okay. Well, got another starter sit.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Let's cue the music. Let's do this.
Jazz Chisholm or Jake Cronenworth?
Chisholm.
James Wood or Kyle Tucker?
James Wood.
Kyle Tucker off to a really slow start.
Yeah, money well spent, right, Dodgers? Huh?
Yeah. Edwin Diaz, Kyle Tucker. They're like, shit.
Yeah. And yet there's still the train keeps chugging down the tracks there.
Embarrassment of riches.
Uh-huh.
Freddie Freeman or Matt Olson?
Freddie Freeman.
Matt Olson again or Vlad Jr.?
Vlad Jr.
Jordan Walker or Cam Smith?
Cam Smith.
Alec Baum or Matt Chapman?
Matt Chapman.
Baum again or Bregman?
Bregman.
Bryce Harper or Spencer Torkelson?
Torkelson used to be DFA'd. Bryce Harper.
Yeah. Kevin McGonigal or Jacob Wilson?
Kevin McGonigal.
Rafael Devers or Austin Riley?
Austin Riley.
Xavier Edwards or Dansby Swanson?
Edwards.
Murakami or Brady House?
Murakami.
Brenton Doyle or Michael Harris II?
Brenton Doyle.
Brooks Lee or Colson Montgomery?
Brooks Lee.
Ivan Herrera or Kybert Ruiz, catcher?
Kybert Ruiz.
Battle of the Max Muncies. Max Muncy of the Dodgers or Max Muncy of the Athletics?
Give me the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Nico Horner or Bryson Stott?
Nico Horner.
Mauricio Dubon or Dalton Varsho?
Dalton Varsho.
And Battle of the Shortstops. Connor Griffin or Trey Turner?
I'm going to go Trey Turner.
What do we got for waiver wire?
So yeah, looking at this week here on the waiver wire, here's 3 players that I'm looking at potentially pick up in your league. And talk about embarrassment of riches here. I start off with the Dodgers. Dalton Rushing of the Dodgers is up 9% in Yahoo leagues. He hit 357 last week with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. Second for me is Carmen Majinski. If Mike looks at the rundown, I actually had to put the pronunciation of his
noticed
name,
that.
or else I was going to butcher it when it came time for the show.
Yeah.
For Pittsburgh, he's up 9% in Yahoo leagues as well. He went 6 innings last week, getting the win while striking out 5 and not allowing a run. And third is Landon Rope. For San Francisco, he's up 10% in Yahoo leagues. He pitched 6 innings last week as well, striking out 6 and picked up the win. So those are 3 players I'm looking at this week on the waiver wire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Well,
this
it's,
week
I was going to say it's that time of the month again, isn't it?
it is. It's the Hobby Huddle month up in the collection corner. So, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah. We talk a lot about players heating up, and their cards do too. With Market Movers, you can scan any card and instantly see real prices, sales history, and add it to your collection. Their app pulls from millions of sales across every major marketplace every day, giving you reliable, up-to-date data. You can track your collection, follow player performance, and make smarter buying and selling decisions. Plus, members get access to monthly giveaways, a weekly newsletter, and invites to live events. Use code GONE20 for 2 weeks free, then 20% off for life at marketmoversapp.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's time for another edition of the Hobby Huddle. Joining us from the Market Movers app is Nicholas Green. Nick, how we doing tonight?
We're doing great. Baseball season's underway. Baseball cards are hot, and everything's good. Can't complain.
Oh, for sure. Awesome.
time
And it is a good time of year. And you all have you had a big app update that just released recently here. You want to talk a little bit about that? I know I've been enjoying using it myself. So if you want to walk us through what happened, what's going on here, floor is all yours.
Yeah, so this is a pretty big update for us. This is something that we've kind of had in the works for a really long time now. A lot of our users have been asking for this for literally years, and we're proud to announce that we finally have an updated scanning feature that's been added to Market Movers, which makes it incredibly easy to find cards, open up the app, hit the little camera icon, scan, and within a second or two, you're looking at the card that's in your hand and its price. You can open it up, check out charts, add it to your collection. It's a really, really a game changer app or a feature for us, and it's something we really took our time working on and make sure that when we did release it, it was as good as it possibly can be. So I've been using it. I've been scanning cards. We were just at a card show a couple weeks ago, and it was so great just to walk table to table and be able to quickly scan cards and check people's comps and make sure I'm getting a good deal. I've been adding a ton of cards to my collection. That's something I like to do whenever I open up packs, just add them into my Market Movers collection, track the pricing, see what I got over time. It's always fun to go back and see what cards you have. So it's a pretty big update. It's definitely something that is a very hands-on experiential feature. So I always recommend that even if you're not a Market Movers member, you can download the app for free on your phone, open it up, and you can try out that feature for free. And then if you like it, you can sign up, get all the data, add cards to your collection, track it over time. So it's a huge update for us and something we're really excited about.
Yeah, it's totally showing off. I mean, it's one of those things where you can scan it, and because a lot of people don't know that technology now. And when you I'll tell people oh, you can scan that card and know how much it is. Now they're like, what? What are you talking about? You do it, and it's almost like you're seeing fire for the first time. They're like, whoa, what the hell, So this is a game changer. This is huge.
Yeah, it's super easy to use. I have some cards that I have displayed on a little table next to my recliner in my man cave. And I was sitting there the other night, and I was like, I don't think I've added these to my collection yet. So I just opened the app and pushed the little camera icon, pulled up the cards, and I got the comps and all that info, and was able to get on my collection super quick. So it's very
nice,
very, very nice. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was built for, just speed and being able to quickly get stuff done with your collection.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Well, here we are. We're
almost almost a full month into the season. Looking at trend, who do you think are some players you're looking at maybe trending upward, and who's kind of shifting downward here as we enter into the mid-April and getting deeper into the season?
Yeah, we can talk through that a little bit. Cool if I share my screen here, show off market movers a little bit.
Yeah, be great.
See what's going on. So I hopped in market movers real quick, and this is on desktop. So you're not going to have a scanning feature here. No camera to use, really. So what I've done is I've gone to movements, and we're taking a look at baseball cards. I specifically just called out PSA 10s. That way we get a really standardization of what sort of grade we're looking at, and it's a little easier to compare players and cards. And then I set number of sales to 10. If I put this to 1, you're going to get a bunch of weird outliers of random cards that jumped on one crazy sale. So we want to see players that are selling a couple times over before we really start comparing them. So I pulled this up, and this is the gallery view. You can just kind of get an idea of who some of the people that are popping off, and it's Jordan Walker, surprisingly. I know we talked about him a couple months ago as someone who people were starting to stock up on, but now he's playing well, and looks like those people were the smart ones. So his just 2023 Topps base card, PSA 10, population of 738 on that, and it's up 620%. And we're up, obviously it started at $3.25, but up to $23. But if you bought it at $3.25, you stocked up on those, you can be flipping those now.
I wouldn't have gave you 10 cents for his card last year.
Nope.
What a jump.
Yeah, it just shows kind of what those first couple weeks of the season can really do to someone's pricing if they come out of the gate hot. A couple other people on here, James Tibbs, his Bowman draft card, Bowman Auto up quite a bit. Shohei Ohtani, who seemingly has been at the top of any of these whenever you check them. One of his cards tends to work its way to the top. Chase DeLauder, obviously, super hyped prospect. He's seeing his cards go up. There's your guy Kevin McGonigal, obviously also having, I believe, I haven't watched as many Tiger games as you guys probably have, but it looked like he was off to a pretty good start.
He is, yeah. He's doing very well.
Jason Dominguez, that's kind of a weird one to me. I haven't been following the Yankees quite as close, but looks like somebody's up on him. Marcelo Mayer, Gleyber Torres, it's a strange one as well. Gavin Lux, so you never know. You never know. And a lot of these are lower. So let's say we go back here and we're going to say last sale of $50. We're going to get some of these random lower priced cards out of here.
Yeah, Tibbs makes sense.
Jordan Walker, Shohei, DeLauder, McGonigal. There we go. No more Gleyber Torres. Full Young, Cooper Pratt, Deion Sanders. That's okay.
Whoa, hey, all right.
Weatherhold's doing good. I thought he'd be higher because he's just.
I feel like his cards spiked a little bit earlier, kind of like that. Very right around opening day, they really spiked when he made the opening day roster. So that's kind of had a chance to cool off just a touch. But yeah, some of the names you expect, a lot of young people, and Shohei pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Taj Bradley,
that's kind of that list. And then I kind of wanted to take a look at our baseball indexes. So these kind of track a grouping of a bunch of the most popular cards from different eras. And we're going to compare them here to the SCI 500, which we talked about pretty much on every episode. It's just the 500, what we deem to be the 500 most important sports cards. So that kind of gives you an idea of how the sports card market is doing overall. And if I scroll down here, you can get an idea of what some of these are. Your LeBrons, your Jordans, your Messis, Gretzky's, Jackie Robinsons, these huge cards that normal people can't really afford. But generally, as these cards go, it kind of gives you an idea of where the money's going. So we like to use that as sort of like a baseline. And that is up 3.7% over the last 30 days. You go back a little further, let's say back last 180 days, it's up 21.3%. So if you bought a bunch of those cards, you're sitting pretty well. Looking at baseball specifically, I pulled up recent eras. So basically from 2010 through 2023. And those are, all up pretty sizable too, outpacing that SCI 500 over the last 180 days. And then looking at specifically just the last month, they're all, at least double that SCI 500. So baseball's hot, cards are selling, money's coming in and out of baseball. And people are really excited about a lot of those cards.
Sure. I know I am. That's awesome. Any products to look out for? Any big releases coming up in the next month or so?
Yeah. So there's one big one that's coming up. It looks like May 13th, and that's going to be 2026 Bowman Baseball, which is sort of your flagship Bowman product of the year. First one that comes out. This is where you're going to have all of those, brand new players who just got signed, that are coming out of high school or maybe college. It's the first real prospect product, I would say, that comes out before we get to Bowman Draft, which maybe be the next big one. So this is going to be very popular. You're going to see this at all your big box stores. You're going to be able to see hobby boxes online that are going to sell out immediately.
Oh, for sure.
Generally, this is a product that people love. You're going to have huge prospect chases, great autographs, great hits. As well as in this one, you're going to get some of those veterans and some of those, rookie cards of some of those top players that are already in the league now. So that's the big one.
How fast does it go? Maybe there's a little inside baseball you could give us with being able to scan cards now. How long does it take for those to show up in Market Movers once you scan them, like the new stuff that's coming out? Because I know other apps, when you scan them, it's like, they're not there for months, right? How fast will Market Movers have the new stuff on there?
We'll have those within the first week of the release. That's amazing. Generally, we don't like to you could take the checklist if you wanted to, and you could have it set in there beforehand. Mm-hmm. We like to give it a couple days after release to kind of let some sales start developing, let the product be opened a little bit. But because it is such a big product, our team is going to prioritize it, and you're going to have that full set in there in the first week. But you could start scanning that on day one, and you'll still get results, because with the way it's set up, you're going to get sales history. So even though you might not get charts, you'll be able to quickly see what cards are selling and for what price. So it'll still work, but you won't get those charts until probably 5 to 7 days after release.
That's quick. That is awesome.
Like the quickest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We really make sure we try to get those key sets that people are looking for in there as fast as possible.
Do you guys have a large team that works on stuff like that, or is it a relatively kind of an office full, not as big?
It's probably a smaller team than you would expect. They're just they kind of have it down to a science. Some data experts who have been doing this for years now, and they know exactly how to take a checklist and preload it to make sure all the queries are correct and all that data is being pulled in as accurately as possible. And they know exactly what they're doing. So if it was me doing this, adding this full checklist for one set, this would take weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah. But they're able to knock it out in a day.
That's
wow.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's a well-oiled machine right there.
Yeah. I just, there's other apps that do that where if you scan their scanning is not very good, but a lot of it's this card doesn't show up for months. And they won't even give you what Market Movers is giving. You're saying Market Movers will give you something, right? Mm-hmm. But with them, it's okay, I got to enter it in myself and then hope to find it. It's just not there. So this is cool. This is huge. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, speed, accuracy. Those are two things we really always try to work on. And, it's great when you can open up a product a couple days after release and scan them and see exactly what they're selling for.
Well, it's come to that time. Mike, do you want to do a drum roll or anything here? Because we're going to announce the winner.
Put it in post.
Or we can do a really bad drum roll.
Yeah, or cut to a video of me just doing it.
Well, we have a giveaway here. I believe it's a 2025 Topps Stadium Club. And in order to enter that, you go to markmoversapp.com, use promo code GONE20, which gets you 2 weeks, first 2 weeks free, and then 20% off the lifetime of your membership. So if you did that, you got entered into the drawing for the giveaway, and we have a winner. And that winner is
Aaron Solomon. So yeah, you should totally use that one. It's Aaron Solomon. So Aaron, congratulations, you are the winner, and we'll be in touch here in the next couple of days via email and let you know, and get you linked up so we can get you your prize. So congrats to Aaron on that.
Congrats, man.
Yeah,
or girl.
love it.
I don't know.
Yep.
Did it clarify? Well, how do you spell it?
Aaron. Aaron.
Boy, that sounds like a boy. Aaron.
Aaron.
Love it.
Well, Nick, this is great as always. Love love you all over there at Market Movers, and just love what you're doing, and just such a fun app to use, and I really enjoy it, man.
Thanks. We really appreciate that, and hope you guys are enjoying it. If you ever got feedback or anything specific you want added in, just let us know and we can get that in there.
I got to before we leave, I got to ask one thing, because I love playing this little inside baseball. So you guys are growing so fast. Do you have other stuff down the pipe coming that it's in the early stages that you're talking about, or?
We do. Can't really share too much on that.
You know something.
But we really want to make an effort in the next year, I would say, to make a lot more do a lot more work on features that are a lot more customer facing, engaging, fun, that adds some more entertainment to our apps. So be on the lookout for that.
Fantastic.
All right. Look forward to that. All right, Nick. It's great seeing you as always, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you. Well, it's always good to have Nick on the show there. Always a fun talk, learning about what's going on. Bowman's got a big release coming up here in the coming weeks or so, a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. And we got to announce our big winner. Yeah, our big winner. So we'll be in touch for that. Congratulations, Aaron, on the win there. And we'll be in touch, shooting an email. So be on the lookout for that. And hopefully it doesn't get stuck in the spam folder, but if it does, keep look out for that. We'll do what we can.
We'll track you down like I did for the last one.
Yeah, we'll track you down. Yeah, Mike had to do that on our last one. I think he found him on Facebook or something.
Yeah, I was like, I got to find him, because you just people win. It's
it's
like they put in that code.
Yep.
They're automatically in, and they're gonna have more. I mean, from Market Movers is doing really well with these giveaways. So and it's I'm sure they're gonna have a May giveaway and so on and so on. It's been a really good. And on a side of that was cool talking to Nick about just now they can scan cards. I mean, that was I want to say it's the end game, because that's what you strive to become as a one of those companies that where you look up prices of cards.
Yep. Yeah, and like I talked about in the interview, you're able to just sit there. I was able to grab some cards that I had on my table next to my chair and just start taking pics and scanning them in just while I'm sitting there watching TV. It's great. It's definitely
fucking awesome.
It's a great game changer there. So
yeah, I'm excited for them. I'm really excited for the company.
Yeah, definitely. They got great things going on. Love working with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shall we with that get the candles out and celebrate a birthday?
Let's do it.
All right, you're gonna love this one. It's not the Veterans Committee. Looking online for this guy, he's kind of an older player, so there's not many newer cards. I'm looking at his 1920 W516-1 hand cut strip card number 30, going for about $75 online right now, and it's a none other than a happy heavenly birthday to Phillies great and Hall of Famer Dave Bancroft, born on April the 20th of 1891. Let me read you these Hall of Fame stats here, Mike. 279 average, 2,004 hits, 32 home runs, 591 RBIs, manager winning percentage of .406.
He wasn't even a good manager.
Nope. Played for the Phillies from 1915 to 1920, and then moved on from the Phillies to the Giants, to the Boston Braves, the Brooklyn Robins, then back to the Giants again, and managed the Boston Braves from 1924 to 1927. Career highlights of him was he was a two-time World Series champion in 1921 and 1922 during his time with the Giants. Was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1971 via the Veterans Committee. little trivia on
That's
him
wild.
is our good friend Dave is during the 1922 season he set an MLB record for most fielding chances by a shortstop in a season with 984. Needless to say, some of his former Giants and Phillies teammates were on the Veterans Committee when he was elected to the Hall of Fame, and I think that this might have been the election that set off speculation of cronyism and favoritism and all that, and essentially the Veterans Committee got less power, I think, after selections like this.
Really?
Yes.
No, you don't say.
Yeah.
What did they give his mom a vote and everything too in this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. The guy didn't even have a 20-year career.
No.
He was basically had like a 15-year career.
15-year career
total.
And he didn't.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
I've
a
got
300
socks
average.
older than that, you know?
Yep. Not 3,000 hits. Not,
doesn't have the
1,500
benchmarks.
RBI or, the big RBI marks, not 500 home runs. And he sucked as a manager, so there you go.
He probably was a good teammate, and his teammates were like, get him in the, this is a guy that he put it all.
Yep.
He gave it all.
He gave us it all right. He's a great player. Put him in.
I wouldn't even have put him in the Hall of Really Good.
Nope. Put him in the Hall of Average, right?
Yeah, definitely average. So, fucking
there you go.
happy birthday, you average son of a bitch.
Yes. Whew, good show, man.
That's a fucking show.
Yeah, very good show.
Yeah,
good
man.
Show indeed.
Yeah, next
and
week.
Here we are.
Next week we have the Pitching Ninja.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
That's gonna be
so that was a fun interview.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for you baseball fans, baseball podcast fans, YouTube fans, baseball content. I mean, everybody knows the Pitching Ninja. I mean, he's huge. He was a fun interview for sure. Yeah, we got some more stuff coming around the bend, but yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Get out there, like and subscribe. Really get to our YouTube channel. I was looking at the Underdog. Views were really good. They were in the thousands, but get out to our personal channels. We got a lot of good stuff going on there. That's where all of our shorts and other stuff outside the podcast gets posted there. You can see me get annoyed with my kid while I'm opening stuff, which is funny because we were at the Target or something on Sunday, and she said that we need to buy more products so she can do another opening.
She could, sure, yeah, that was so funny.
So be on the lookout for that, and because she really wants to be on there again. So yeah, get on our YouTube, get on our socials. Our TikTok views are getting up there. Instagram, TikTok, X. Be on there and like it and help continue to grow our numbers.
Exactly. If you want to hear more from us, like Steve just said, go to our YouTube channel, Long Gone Podcast, on YouTube. And it's separate from Underdog. Underdogs. I mean, I know that's where a lot of you are, but like, share, subscribe on the other one too. It helps grow the channel, helps bring us more content. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So
yeah, and sometimes our show even gets posted quicker on our own personal channel. Compared to Underdog.
It's true.
I think you were like a day or two early.
I try to get it on there by Friday, and then Underdog will post it on Saturday. So if you want to get the episodes early, come to our channel and make sure to subscribe and check it out, man. Check it out. Even if you just want to comment on stuff, go ahead, man. We want to talk baseball. It's because most of my conversations come in the Reddit.
You're on Reddit, yeah.
And those guys light me up.
That's what I hear. Reddit's like a whole different beast. This girl I've been seeing recently, she gets on Reddit a lot, and she's like, you should get on there. It's just so funny, some of these comments that people leave on Reddit.
Some of them are good, but boy, if you're trying to promote something, or usually you can on some, if you're trying to say, some people just light you up. It's like you gotta have thick skin for Reddit. From some of them, it's like, holy shit.
Oh, that's great.
But in the meantime, guys, have a great week, and thanks for listening. And we'll catch you guys all next week.
Deuces.